Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Ashtatarashta Shri Srimad Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Nama Acharya Shahridas Thakur ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhaktavrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Radha Kund Shyama Kund Giri Govardhan ki Vrindavan Dham ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Ganga mayi ki, Yamuna mayi ki, Tulsi Devi ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Jayanitai Gaur Paramanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Gauranga. All glories to Shri Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 9, and the text is 42, right? Yes. So please repeat. Aham ātmātmanāṁ dhātaḥ preṣṭhaḥ san preyasaṁ api mayi ratim kuryād dehādir yat-kṛte priyaḥ aham ātmātmanāṁ dhātaḥ preṣṭhaḥ san preyasām api mayi ratim kuryād dehādir yat-kṛte priyaḥ aham ātmātmanāṁ dhātaḥ preṣṭhaḥ san preyasām api mayi ratim kuryād dehādir yat-kṛte priyaḥ aham ātmātmanāṁ dhātaḥ preṣṭhaḥ san preyasām api mayi ratim kuryād Dehādir yat-kṛte priyaḥ. Mataji's? Aham, I am. Ātmā, the Supersoul. Ātmanām, of all other souls. Dhātaḥ, director. Preṣṭhaḥ, the dearest. Son, being. Preyasām, of all dear things. Api, certainly. Ataḥ, therefore. Mayi, unto me. Ratim, attachment. Kuryād, one should do. Deha-ādiḥ, the body and mind. Yat-kṛte, on whose account? Priyaḥ, very dear. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. I am the Supersoul of every individual. I am the Supreme Director and the dearest. People are wrongly attached to the gross and subtle bodies, but they should be attached to me only. Purport. The Supreme Lord, the Personality of Godhead, is the dearest in both the conditioned and liberated states. When a person does not know that the Lord is the only dearmost object, then he is in the conditioned state of life. And when one knows perfectly well that the Lord is the only dearest object, he is considered to be liberated. There are degrees of knowing one's relationship with the Lord, depending on the degree of realization as to why the Supreme Lord is the dearmost object of every living being. The real reason is clearly stated in Bhagavad-gītā 15:7. Mamayvamsho jīva-loke jīva-bhūtaḥ sanātanah. The living entities are eternally parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. The living entity is called the ātmā, and the Lord is called the Paramatma. The living entity is called Brahman, and then the Lord is called the Parabrahman or the Parameshwar. Ishvara Parama Krishna. The conditioned souls who do not have self-realization accept the material body as the dearmost. The idea of the dearmost is then spread all over the body, both concentrated and expanded, or extended. The attachment for one's own body and its extensions, like children and relatives, is actually developed on the basis of the real living entity. As soon as the real living entity is out of the body, even the body of the most dear son is no longer attractive. Therefore, the living spark, the eternal part of the Supreme, is the real basis of affection and not the body. Because the living entities are also parts of the whole living entity, that Supreme living entity is the factual basis of the affection for all. One who has forgotten the basic principle of his love for everything has only flickering love because he is in Maya. The more one is affected by the principle of Maya, the more he is detached from the basic principle of love. One cannot factually love anything unless he is fully developed in the loving service of the Lord. In the present verse, stress is given to focusing love upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The word kuryāt is significant here. This means one must have it. It is just to stress that we must have more and more attachment to the principle of love. The influence of Maya is experienced by the part and parcel spiritual entity, but it cannot influence the Supersoul, the Paramatma. The Mayavadi philosophers, accepting the influence of Maya on the living entity, want to become one with the Paramatma. But because they have no actual love for Paramatma, they remain ever entrapped by the influence of Maya and are unable to approach the vicinity of Paramatma. This inability is due to their lack of affection for the Paramatma. A rich miser does not know how to utilize his wealth, and therefore, in spite of his being very rich, his miserly behavior keeps him everlastingly a poor man. On the other hand, a person who knows how to utilize wealth can quickly become a rich man, even with a small credit balance. The eyes and the sun are very intimately related because without sunlight, the eyes are unable to see. But the other parts of the body, being attached to the sun as a source of warmth, take more advantage of the sun than the eyes. Without possessing affection for the sun, the eyes cannot bear the rays of the sun, or in other words, such eyes have no capacity to understand the utility of the sun's rays. Similarly, the empiric philosophers, despite their theoretical knowledge of Brahman, cannot utilize the mercy of the Supreme Brahman because they lack affection. So many impersonal philosophers remain everlastingly under the influence of Maya because, although they indulge in theoretical knowledge of Brahman, they do not develop affection for Brahman, nor do they have any scope for development of affection because of their defective method. A devotee of the sun god, even though devoid of eyesight, can see the sun god as he is even from this planet. Whereas one who is not a devotee of the sun cannot even bear the glaring sunlight. Similarly, by the devotional service, even though one is not on the level of the jnani, one can see the personality of Godhead within himself due to this development of pure love. In all circumstances, one should try to develop love for Godhead, and that will solve all contending problems. Hare Krishna. So here, Srila Prabhupada gives very wonderful solution to all the problems. And we know it. Previous canto, then we have gotten the knowledge how Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. And we should have questions. But what are the questions, right? Are the questions relating to the body, or are the questions transcending the body? So, no matter what, Bhagavatam deals with all the subjects. Because in the beginning, yes, we are conditioned. Conditioned because we don't know where we belong. We don't know who we are. We may have some idea, but we don't know. Like Lord Brahma. In the beginning, when he is born and he sees what? He sees just emptiness. He sees the lotus. He is born and he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know what to do. But naturally, he is very introspective. He wanted to know. He wanted to know, and therefore, because of his desire to know, Krishna appeared as a voice. And he just instructed him. Just told him one thing. Tapa, tapa, tapa. So he understood. So we can see Lord Brahma, he is very easily learning by hearing. That's how it should be. It's the easiest method. It's most powerful. But unfortunately, it's not always working. So anyway, Lord Brahma did. And he had got deep realizations. Then, when his sons were born, so now naturally, like, okay, Narada Muni, now he approaches and, okay, you are the Supreme Lord. But Lord Brahma, okay, Narada Muni, and he plays the role that, okay, he is just emerged, he is born, he doesn't know anything, right? But he plays that part. Okay, so he called Brahma the Supreme. But Lord Brahma, he already knew that he is not, and he immediately corrected. No. I am not the Supreme. I am acting on behalf of the Supreme Lord because he put me in this position. And that's the difference between a devotee and non-devotee. Because the non-devotee will say, okay, well, I learned, now I know everything, so I'm Supreme. So now, yeah, he calls me Supreme, my kid calls me Supreme, so I'm Supreme. And he enjoys for some time being called Supreme. But then he dies as not Supreme. And when he dies, then the kid, because nobody taught him that he is not Supreme, nobody taught him that he is servant of the Lord, so he also starts thinking, now I am Supreme. So the Supreme naturally then becomes temporary. But that's a bogus idea. So we have to first accept our position. We have to understand then who we are. But how do we understand that? We are here. Lord Brahma, he wants to create. So, what is he doing? He is not claiming, I know everything. I'll do this, I do that, no. I saw something, okay, I'll do. Don't tell me, I'll do. No, he is not like that. He is surrendered. So one of the sign of surrender is that the soul, even though he may feel comfortable, he may be competent to do something, but he still feels dependent on the Lord. So, my Lord, I may have some idea, but I'm not sure. I would like to ask you. Please tell me. Tell me what should be done, how it should be done, what should I do? He is trying to understand the mood of the Lord. Why does he come? Right? What is his purpose here? Otherwise, what do we know? Otherwise, you may think, this is for me. Everything is for me. Everything is just for me to enjoy. And the jiva cannot really enjoy, so it's the body. So, and who can say no? Like the argument sometimes we hear, well, God gave us senses to enjoy, so then why should we restrict ourselves? So then you can go on like animals. Eat as much as you want, intoxicate, have sex wherever and whenever you want. Why to restrict? Right? I mean, you want. I mean, you see the liberalism, now it's leading to it, right? Because the main idea of the liberalism is that you should be able to do whatever you want. And nobody should stop you. But then how does that work? Because I want to steal something from you. So who should stop me? Nobody should stop me because I want it. But then somebody else, I don't want to be stolen that. So who is right? The idea cannot work. We have to have some boundaries. We have to have some limits. Then we can progress. So then, who created this world? What is it for then? Then we can start thinking. So, why was it created? And then Krishna says, Paritrana saruna vinashaya cha dushkritam, right? I appear to punish the miscreants and then to associate, to give association to the devotees. So, why is he doing that? And why am I here? Why am I here now in this material body? How do I come to know? Krishna tells, again in Bhagavad-gītā, he tells Arjuna, what do you need to do? Tadvidi pranipatana pariprashna sevaya. Uparikshantite jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. You want to know the truth? You want to know the rahasya? You have to submissively approach, ask and serve. Simple. But then why should I serve? I should be served. No. And everybody should be submissive to me. Why should I be submissive? No, and if somebody asks questions, I don't know. No, it's Bhagavan, it's Brahman. No. Give answers or give some very complex answers which you may not understand. I mean, you don't understand yourself, but nobody else. And then, but it looks very, very elaborate. Like when Vyasadeva was writing Mahabharata, right? So he asked Lord Ganesh to write. But Lord Ganesh is very fast in writing. And then Vyasadeva, then he said, okay, so please write But Lord Ganesh said, okay, all right, as long as you dictate. When you stop dictating, then I'll stop writing and I will not continue. So Vyasa said, yeah, but sometimes I may need to think. Okay, but under the condition that only you write what you understand. So sometimes then Vyasadeva needs to put his thoughts together. So he gave some like a little puzzle, the complex expressions. So then when he said that, so he thought he had to think for some time, and then Vyasadeva puts his thoughts together and then just continues. So, but devotional service is simple. We just really need to surrender, but we need to know whom to surrender, how to surrender. Even though Bhagavad-gītā says, Bhagavatam says, but as Srila Prabhupada says, it's a theoretical knowledge. We know that. I have heard so many times. It's like theoretically. You can learn how to drive a car from a book. Right? Maybe even from some YouTube videos you can learn. But then when you first time sit behind the wheel, even though you know perfectly the knowledge, can you drive the car? It will take you some time. And it will be good if somebody is there with you and then tells you this is the clutch, this is this. Now they have automatic, right? Or now some even autonomous riding, whatever. No, but we are talking about the car, okay, normal car. So theoretical knowledge is good if you desire to apply it. But just for having it and having the feeling that, okay, now I know everything, just for the sake of knowing, what's the use? There was some guy who many years ago, who learned the whole phone directory of New York. Had some photographic memory, just went through, he memorized the whole directory. Okay. So what? What can you do with it? Maybe you want to make some phone call to someone, okay. But how often that happens, right? Well, what can you do with it? But knowledge, jnana, should be applied in our life. Applied knowledge is called vijnana. That's important. The schools should be teaching the children not just jnana. They should teach them how to apply it. So English, okay, or language, they teach, but they should also teach them how to apply the language. So not just the ABC, but how to put the ABC together, how to form words, sentences, how to apply the sentences, how different intonations have different meaning, how different expressions have different meaning. So creative writing, and you can express your ideas more clearly, especially because English doesn't have that much of expression in words like Sanskrit. So you have to be very creative with that. If you want, like Srila Prabhupada, in simple English language, he was able to give us his notes as transcendental knowledge. That's not ordinary. But for us to be able to appreciate that, then we have to understand the mood. Like we need to understand the mood of the Lord for us to be able to surrender. Because I cannot say, okay, I'll surrender. But, I can't do that. How can we develop affection for someone whom I don't know? That's the maya. So I know my body, so I'm developing affection for my body. Now, in some countries, I think it was in Italy, I heard that there was some lady, and she loved herself so much, so she got married to herself. She got officially married to herself because she is the person whom she loves the most. So like, crazy. How far is this going to go? Just the mind creates. So it's crazy. But it's just because we don't know. And because we don't know, then we just develop affection for what we know. That the sense is the body. So how to overcome that? Then we need to inquire. But submissively, not challenging. I know, you don't have to tell me. No. Please, can you tell me? What should I do? How should I do it? What is the time, place, circumstance? When see, we are now trying to, as a society, we are trying to apply things. We are trying to do things. There are so many arguments about Srila Prabhupada said this, Srila Prabhupada said that, and it seems like contradiction. We don't necessarily try to figure out what's the context, what is the mood, what is Srila Prabhupada's mood. But he clearly expressed his mood in the 7 purposes of ISKCON, and we see that's the mood of Srila Prabhupada. That's what he wanted from our society. So we should, in view of that, Shastra Chakshush, Guru Chakshush, right? We should follow. We should follow and see how we can fulfill these, because this is actually our constitution. Now, how can we fulfill that? How can we fulfill then living according to the mood of Srila Prabhupada? So here, he is telling us, okay, develop affection. How can I develop affection? I have to know. How do you know? How can you come to know? The first of all, the first thing we have to do, we have to develop desire to know. If I don't know, and if I don't want to know someone, how will I know him? If I don't care, how will I develop a relationship? So if I don't know someone, but the person, he seems very interesting. He seems, oh, that's a nice person. I would like to come to know him. I would like to come to know where he stays, what he does, how he does, because he is inspiring me. Then the desire is there, then we can come to know. And materially, it may be a little more difficult because there may be distance, right? But for the Lord, as soon as you want to know, he is right there. He is always there. The only problem is we don't listen. As a Paramatma, he is there. He is instructing all the time. Anybody can experience Paramatma. Not only pure devotees, anybody. Because Paramatma, he always tries to guide us. He talks to us. And if we are covered, so his instructions appear as intuition. So we get some idea, some intuition. And what we do with it? Oh, I got some idea, and I'm going to make it from that something. And then, oh, look, I am so great. I came to know, I came to do. I am the great scientist, I am this, give me Nobel Prize, and all that. We take it for ourselves. But the idea comes from Paramatma. But we don't give credit. But Krishna doesn't care. He always tries to give us the the best. He knows what's the best for us. Now, when we get purified, then we can perceive these instructions directly. And no difficulty. So then, the devotees who are pure in their heart, they know what to do. They have no doubts. They know. They just need to follow the instructions of the Lord. And they are fine. No. They don't question, what it may be, how it may be. No. They just follow. For some, it may appear very strange. Because, I wouldn't do it like this. But the pure devotees, really, their only idea is to please the Lord. So they are trying always to do everything which is beneficial for the Lord, which is pleasing the Vaishnavas, and never do anything which is displeasing them. They are very, very conscious of that. Because if the Lord is displeased, then it's really trouble. And especially, see, we talked before about it, about anarthas, right? How we are full of anarthas, and then for us, little bit more suffering doesn't make much difference because we are always suffering so much. And we don't know what to do, and then everything is so gross, and then But for the devotee, when he is purified, and then some little tiny bits of anarthas left, this is the most annoying for such devotees. Because even the little specks of the leftover anarthas cannot or stops them from going forward, going to achieve perfection. So it's up to us how much we are willing to accumulate anarthas, especially now, because, we don't care. And the worst of the anarthas are the anarthas which come from Namaparat. How careful are we then not committing Vaishnava-parat? Now, because the anarthas from Namaparat, they are the subtle ones, but there are the tough ones. So they don't immediately manifest. So we think everything is fine. If I offend someone, so he's an idiot or this and that, nothing happens. See, I can do whatever I want. That's the most foolish things we can actually think. Yeah, you may not get reactions now unless you do something really severe, and then the Lord just removes you so you don't do more offenses. But if it's not so serious, it doesn't manifest immediately. But it manifests at the time when we are purified from all the other gross anarthas. And then this is the problem, because we cannot go forward. So that should be avoided. And again, how do we come to how to avoid it? We need to develop the desire to develop the affection for the Lord. So the affection we can develop by desiring it. Krishna will guide us. Paramatma is there. He is a Chaitya Guru. Just desire to hear him. That's all. That's enough. He will manifest. He will tell you exactly what to do. There is no need to fear. And if we make mistakes, which we will, he is also the one who can tell us how to fix the mistakes. He is the Supreme. We can have faith in him. He is Bhaktavatsala. He is our friend. We don't have to fear. We maybe have very apprehensive to have some relationships because, oh yeah, so many times I got burned, so many times people betrayed and this, that. So I don't know, should I? Okay, but with the Lord you don't have to have this apprehension. You can fully surrender. He is always there. And how do you know that? Here? Read Shastra. Lord Brahma is telling us. So many devotees. Just read it. Then you can get convinced. With the conviction, develop the desire that you want to also develop affection for the Lord, like Lord Brahma did. He will help you. We cannot do it ourselves. We are so ignorant. We are so covered. We don't know how to do it. We cannot do it. But if we want to, I want to be free from the attachments. I want to be free from the covering. I want to be free from the ahankar. If you are sincere, Krishna will make it happen immediately. Then you will know. But if you don't want to know, even though you may be saying, I want to know, it won't happen. We have to be sincere. Then it will happen. So it's our own responsibility, each and every one. Don't blame somebody else for your mistakes. Take the responsibility, learn from it, move forward. And then all the problems will be solved. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, quoting. Maharaj, from Siksastakam, Aslishyava Padaratam Pinastumam, Adarshanan Madmahatam Karotuvam, Yada Tadava Vidadatu Lampato Matpranadastu Evana Paraha. From Bhagavad-gītā, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Vraja. Aham Tvam Sarva Papabhya Mokshishyami Masuchi. How to corroborate Buddhist too, Prabhu? Maharaj? How to corroborate?
See, the Asli Shava Padaratam verse, that's the topmost. Okay? Then in Gita, then Krishna is telling us, okay, just surrender. We have to surrender everything. We have to always think of Him. We have to do this. Then we will develop the desire. It's about that. But then the Asli Shava Padaratam, the desire is there. Krishna is the Supreme. I'm convinced. I don't have to surrender more because I am fully surrendered. But I want to. I want to know what to do. So, the surrender is to the point that if Krishna, He is happy with me when I'm happy, then I'm happy. But if Krishna will be happy to make me cry, I will also be happy because it's pleasing Krishna. Jai Vijay, right? They are cursed. For what? They didn't do anything wrong. So, but Lord Vishnu wants that. He approved. So they are happily going down to earth to play the role of a demon. They are going to be slain. They are going to be doing so many bad activities, right? It's not them. But they take the position and then they play it. Lord is happy. They fulfill the position, so they are happy. Maharaj Chitraketu, when he is having friendly discussion with Mahadev, what wrong did he do? Right? He didn't do anything wrong. So, but Parvati Devi, then she got shocked. So, she made a mistake and she cursed him. But how did he react to it? Thank you? No? Lord wants that? Fine. So there will be some opportunity for me to do something. And then when he comes with Sasura, then he fights Indra, and he's so powerful, right, that Indra cannot even get him. But he tells, come on, take the spear, take this, kill me. No, you have to do that, because I'm supposed to be killed. But Indra is so scared, so he is instructing him how to kill. So he's not a demon. He plays the role, as all of us are playing. This is a drama. We think that we are this, we are that. But ultimately, no, we are Nitya Krishna Das. That's what we need to understand. So that's why we need to have the desire. So when we develop the desire by studying Bhagavad-gītā, then we can come to the highest level. How to surrender, and what does the full surrender means? Whatever Krishna wants me to do, I am willing to. Whatever situation he puts me in. Look to Karam Maharaj. He got in such a calamity, so many difficult situations was put in. Pandavas, Queen Kunti. Even though they went through the calamities, and then now they should be, finally I am in the palace, now I can enjoy now. What is Queen Kunti praying for? Let's go back. I want to suffer, right? No, I don't want to suffer, because I did not suffer. I was with Krishna. Now I am suffering, because Krishna is not always with us. So that's the difference. We need to come. There are different stages of realization. So the first stage, we should sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam raja. Okay, do that. But that's the beginning. Atma nivedana, that's the top. And Atma nivedana looks like, it's asti shava padaratam pinashtamam. It's not me. I am here for your pleasure. Whatever you want me to do or to become, I am ready for it. Yes?
Wonderful, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, here in the translation, Prabhupada translated, the Lord is saying that, but they should be attached to me only. Okay? So, Brahmaji's case, he is managing the whole universe. And his fear is that he may get attached to his creation, whatever he is creating, to the results of his creation. So he is praying that let me not be attached to it. But in the opposite example, we see Indra, and how he is also one kind of manager. He is managing the heavenly planets. But he is praying for all the, all the enjoyments, he wants all this. So usually the devotees, if they reach in the post of some manager or something, this is the proclivity, the Indra tendency comes instead of being the Brahma tendency, having the mood of Brahma. So how do we as devotees, safeguard ourselves from being like Indra instead of being like Brahma?
See, Lord Brahma, he already realized, right? So we know that he's pure devotee. He had seen Goloka, he knows who Krishna is. So he is not under the same bewilderment as Indra. So Indra, he is also Bhakta, he is Mishra Bhakta. So he does that. So that's the difference. You see, like, Govardhan Lila, right? So Indra gets upset, he sends the rains, he sees that the little boy, he's on his finger lifting, Govardhan, who is this boy, right? And then he figures out that that's the Lord. He comes down, he puts his head, he is praying, and he's so surrendered, right? And then a few years later, when Satyabhama asked Krishna to get Parijata, so he goes with her, and Indra is fighting him. He just forgot. Because of the Somaras, he goes, he forgets. But Krishna is not angry. He's not a demon, right? So he is still not trying to, he's enjoying that, okay. But we should not forget when Dhruva Maharaj, when he was praying to the Lord, right? Okay, he got upset and he developed desires. I want my stepmother to die, right? So, and I want to be the king of the whole universe, more than my father. So, with these desires he goes. And because he's Kshatriya, that's what's going to happen. But then Narada Muni is seeing his determination. Okay, he wants the Supreme Lord. First he tries to dissuade him from that, but anyway, just go and chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, you will get it. Because he had such a determination, he got the darshan. But then, as soon as he saw the Lord and he touched him with his coin, he forgot all his materialistic desires. He was so happy, so he became pure devotee. But, the Lord said, no, you wanted this, you will get that. So he tried, like arguing, okay, no, please, I don't want it anymore. No, you wanted it, you get it. So he got it. Now Dhruva Maharaj, then later on he's lamenting that he was so foolish that he was approaching the Lord for materialistic desires. And Srila Prabhupada warns us. So it's not that you may not have material desires. We have. But that should not be the priority. So we should practice the amanina. Okay, if something comes easily, okay, I can use it, I'll do it. But if it doesn't come, don't overdo it. Don't over-endeavor for it. There's no need. Just wait. If it comes, great. If it doesn't come, just focus on what you are supposed to do. Then it's easy. Then it's not, you're not approaching the Lord for materialistic desires. You're approaching the Lord because you want to please Him, but you have still conditioning. So then that's better way. So like that, then we should desire to progress. Yeah? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you for your deep insight class. Maharaj, you made a very fantastic point that even though we are capable to do something else, we should wait what Krishna wants us, what Krishna desires us. Even though we are capable, we are to do that. So I need some more light on that even though we have intelligence, how to get to know the desire of Krishna and what He wants us to do in this life for Him. How we can exactly, it's a very subtle thing, I could understand it, but I am unintelligent, I cannot, even though we have the knowledge to do that, or I am ready to learn it, but I don't know what Krishna wants me to do.
Look, you have your intelligence, you have your mind.
Okay.
The intelligence is the one who can discriminate, who is trying to always tell you the good things. Do this, don't do this. If you do this, then you will be good. You will be doing good thing, you benefit. But if you do this, it's bad, you will suffer. Okay, so we should be listening to the intelligence. But then the mind comes in. If the mind is dhira, the mind is in goodness, and the mind focus is only on the goal which we should achieve, and it's vyavasatmika, then the intelligence can find a way how to get there, it's fine. But then when the mind starts becoming chanchala, because we put the mind into the rajas, we put the mind to act according to the senses. I like this. Oh, no, I like this. Oh, I like this. I like this. And then where is the goal? So the mind becomes subservient to the intelligence, and then you become crazy. Because you don't know what you want. Because you are attached to the mind. You are attached to the senses. So you are trying to find pleasure through the attachment to the senses, which doesn't exist. If there are some that are very, very small, temporary. But then, no. First it is enjoyment, some kind of, but then it becomes suffering. So you want something more. You don't know what you want. So you, depending on whom do you give your strength? Are you going to listen to the mind or to the intelligence? That's your desire. That's your decision. It's your free will, your responsibility. When you wake up in the morning, maybe it's cold, maybe you are tired, but you know we are supposed to go for Mangalarati. Are you going to get up or not? The intelligence tells you yes. Mind tells you sleep more. Whom are you going to listen? Your choice. You make your choice, you take the responsibility, you face the consequences for the choice. It's only your choice, and it's only your responsibility. So if you put pressure on the mind, hey, listen to the intelligence, then it may take some time, but slowly you develop control over the intelligence, over the mind. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Sharanagati, he's telling us we should beat the mind with the broom in the morning and shoe in the evening. Why is he saying that? Because he's telling us he knows what we are going through. That's the way. Keep pressure. But if you tell the mind, whatever you like, I'll do, then where will you end? There is no boundaries. That's what today's liberalism is, just a mental platform. There's no intelligence involved. You understand?
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. As we know that Krishna is the causes of all cause. So like if someone murders someone, so behind that also the cause is Krishna only. So why the person who kills, he gets the punishment in like material world?
See, there is the desire, okay? You get put in the situation that you may maybe kill some animal, okay? Now, there is a law of karma. In previous life, some other life, you were the animal, and the animal was the human who killed you. So now you are getting your chance to get revenge. But if you do that, he gets the chance again in some next lifetime. Okay? But you have a choice. You don't have to kill. Maybe everything is there for it. You can do it if you want, but you may not have to do it. Mrigari, he would half kill, and he would be doing till the end of his life, right? If Narada Muni just doesn't come and out of his mercy, he just sees this guy is going to suffer so much. So he helps him. And he shows him that nobody else is going to share the responsibility for all the killed animals with him. And what is going to await for him. So when he realized that, he stopped killing. He was unable to kill even a fly. Now, how do you do that? How can you, from being so cruel that you half kill, that you don't kill even a fly? He developed respect. He had respect for Narada Muni. Narada Muni, he knew that instruction he gives him, he will take it seriously. So he told him, and he understood that this is not, he is not whimsical, he is not trying to trick me. He is giving the real instruction, and out of respect for Narada Muni, he followed the instruction and he developed respect for all the living entities. So if we have respect for all the living entities, why would you kill? You see, like now in the West, killing a dog or killing a cat, it's like killing a human. Okay? All right. So yes, we should not kill animals. But no. Killing a cow is fine. Where does that come from? This is a nonsense. So have it across. Don't kill animals. But because it's speculation, people don't understand. There's attachment. It's about the mind. It's a mental platform. It's not intelligence.
If like anyone does anything, like if he does not know that this is sinful, and if he does that work, which is sinful, like suppose a work is very sinful, but the person who is doing it, he does not know that it is sinful, then what will happen to him?
See, okay, that's ignorance, right? So, what is his consciousness? It very much matters. Is he doing it because he's enjoying, or is he doing it because there is nothing else I can do and I still have to maintain my family? Sometimes you may get, I know a case, there was one lady, and she was a stewardess, okay? She's flying in the plane. She's a hostess, okay. So, now they have to distribute whatever the passengers ask for, right? So she has to distribute meat also, right? They don't care. But she became devotee. So now, okay, I'm a devotee, so I don't want to do that, but I don't have any other job, and I have to maintain my family. So what should I do? So if I give up the job, I may not find anything. So, and if I don't find anything and I start suffering because I cannot maintain my children, then it will be bad. So then, what should she do? What would you say? See, she, as we said, it depends on the consciousness, right? So she should try, find some different job, or maybe serve somewhere, do something which she doesn't have to deal with the distribution of the meat, right? But until or unless she finds something, then to give it up and to make her dependents suffer, that would be bad. So she should not do that. So in the meanwhile, when she has to do something which is sinful, at least in the morning, before she does that, she should pray to Krishna. Krishna, I'm going to do something because I don't have another alternative. So please forgive me for that. But please, if there is some opportunity that I can stop doing this, please help me to arrange some different situation. I'm not doing it out of pleasure. I'm doing it because I have to. I'm ordered. So I need your help, Krishna. You understand? So she's not doing it. She's not getting a sin as per se, because she is trying to do something different, something better. But right now she is not able to. And then Krishna, no, he arranges situation as we surrender. He reciprocates. Yes?
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Gruntraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Nitai Gaur Pramananda.